In the pantheon of entertainment, there are those who follow trends and those who decode the architecture of attention before the blueprints are even drawn. Kevin O'Sullivan belongs to the latter category. For decades, his name has been synonymous with the melodramatic grandeur of daytime television, most notably as the supervising producer and editor of the legendary Days of Our Lives. But today, O'Sullivan is quietly orchestrating what might be the most significant narrative paradigm shift since the invention of the cliffhanger: the rise of vertical microdramas. To understand the seismic shift happening in Hollywood right now, where billion-dollar streaming giants are hemorrhaging subscribers while short-form apps like Reel Short and DramaBox are posting record profits, one must understand the career arc of Kevin O'Sullivan. He is not merely adapting to a new format, he is applying the forgotten wisdom of soap operas to the frenetic energy of the TikTok era, proving that the future of storytelling isn't longer, but tighter. The forge of daytime. Crafting the endless story before the term binge watching entered the lexicon, there was the soap opera. For viewers, Days of Our Lives was a daily ritual spanning decades. For O'Sullivan, who rose through the ranks to become a key creative force at the show, it was a masterclass in the mechanics of addiction. Working in daytime television is often described as a creative crucible. Unlike prestige television, where a showrunner might have 8 to 10 episodes a year to craft a narrative, O'Sullivan was tasked with producing 260 episodes a year. This relentless schedule forged a specific set of skills that are now invaluable in the microdrama space. First, there is the art of the hook. Soap operas didn't have the luxury of a slow burn. If a viewer didn't tune in today, they might tune out forever. O'Sullivan learned to structure scenes where every line of dialogue, every lingering glance, and every dramatic reveal had to function as a retention tool. He mastered the tag, the final 30 seconds before a commercial break that made it physically painful to change the channel. Second, there is the economy of character. In a show that ran for over 14,000 episodes, audiences didn't have time for backstory exposition dumps. Viewers learned who a character was based on their actions in the present moment. O'Sullivan cultivated an instinct for archetypes. The star-crossed lovers, the scheming villain, the amnesiac heir. These archetypes are the currency of global entertainment, universal, instantly recognizable, and requiring zero setup. The vertical pivot. The algorithmic soap opera when the vertical microdrama exploded onto the scene, portrait mode narratives designed for mobile phones, typically running 60 to 90 seconds per episode, with seasons spanning 50 to 100 chapters. The industry didn't know what to make of it. Critics called it low-brow, AI-generated slop, or TikTok poison, but O'Sullivan saw it as homecoming. He recognized that vertical microdramas were essentially soap operas stripped of their dead weight. They possessed the same DNA, heightened emotion, rapid pacing, cliffhangers every minute, and a focus on romance, betrayal, and class conflict. The only difference was the distribution method. Where Days of Our Lives was tethered to NBC's broadcast schedule, microdramas lived in the pocket, monetized through pay-per-chapter models that rewarded narrative urgency. O'Sullivan entered the vertical space not as a traditional showrunner, but as a structural engineer. He began consulting for major short-form studios, applying the commercial break logic of daytime TV to the paywall logic of microdramas. In a recent industry panel, O'Sullivan articulated the philosophy that is driving this new wave of creativity. In daytime, we knew we had to earn the audience's return tomorrow, he said. In vertical, you have to earn the swipe in 2 seconds, and the credit card tap in 60. It's the same game, just a higher stakes table. Creativity under constraint. The new autorism. One of the most fascinating aspects of O'Sullivan's transition is how he has redefined creativity. In the age of algorithms, there is a pervasive myth that short-form content is less artistic than long-form. O'Sullivan argues the opposite. The constraints are tighter, requiring a purer form of storytelling. He compares writing a vertical microdrama to writing a sonnet. The structure is rigid. Episodes must end on a crisis, dialogue must be audible without headphones in a noisy environment, and visuals must be readable on a 6-inch screen. But within that rigidity, O'Sullivan has found a new freedom. He is currently developing a slate of vertical dramas that utilize what he calls layered retention. Borrowing from his day's playbook, he structures series not just to retain viewers for a single season, but to build continuity universes. If a viewer finishes one 60-episode series about a billionaire's revenge, O'Sullivan ensures there is a spin-off ready, featuring a supporting character introduced in episode 12. He is building a Marvel Cinematic Universe, but for the short-form space, leveraging the familiar novelty that made soap operas generational institutions. Moreover, he is championing a shift in production value. Early microdramas were often derided for cheap aesthetics. O'Sullivan is bridging the gap by bringing union crews, seasoned lighting designers, and, most importantly, actor training from the traditional television world to the vertical set. He understands that while the screen is smaller, the performance cannot be smaller. The histrionic skill required for a Days of Our Lives monologue translates perfectly to a vertical close-up, where a single tear rolling down a cheek can sell the next chapter. The future of narrative commerce. As Kevin O'Sullivan looks toward the future, he sees vertical microdramas not as a niche trend, but as the inevitable evolution of serialized entertainment. He points to the economics. The attention span is no longer the enemy of storytelling, it is the medium to be mastered. He is currently working on projects that push the boundaries of interactivity, blending the microdrama format with e-commerce, allowing viewers to buy the jacket the protagonist is wearing in the middle of an episode, or vote on which love interest the lead should choose, influencing the next batch of episodes shot in real time. It is a return to the immediacy of live television, mixed with the data-driven precision of digital marketing. And it is a world Kevin O'Sullivan is uniquely suited to navigate. He understands that whether it was the citizens of Salem or the current generation scrolling through reels, the audience wants the same thing: emotional catharsis, addictive twists, and characters that feel like friends. Kevin O'Sullivan's career is a masterclass in narrative adaptability. While many of his peers in the traditional television industry are lamenting the fragmentation of the audience, O'Sullivan has leaned into it. He recognized that the vertical microdrama is not the death of the soap opera. It is the soap opera reborn, optimized for the algorithm, distilled to its purest emotional essence, and delivered directly to the palm of the viewer's hand. In bridging the gap between the golden age of daytime and the frontier of mobile-first content, O'Sullivan is doing more than just making a career pivot. He is writing the new rules of engagement for the 21st century. He is proving that true creativity isn't about the size of the screen, but the intensity of the hook. And if the history of Days of Our Lives taught us anything, it's that you should never count out a master storyteller, especially one who knows exactly when to cut to commercial.